Hello everyone. In the lesson, we will talk about dashboard component reuse. In the training for beginners, lesson 16, we've talked about the dashboard layout. We mentioned the dashboard component like chart block and report block. In order to make the dashboard clear and easy to read, usually we need the designer to use the exist component and modify according to the needs. That's about the component reuse. There are two sections. Section 1, component copy and paste. Section 2, component reuse. Now let's talk about section 1 first. Component copy is in the same dashboard. You can copy and paste the component and make the modification. Let's take a look of an example by creating a new dashboard. First, let's talk about the component reuse under Absolute Layout. The Absolute Layout is when you select the dashboard. Under Layout type, select Absolute Layout. Then the canvas will become Absolute Layout. The components can be overlapped. First, let's drag in the map and fulfill the canvas. Then we can add a building dataset. Add two columns, area and value. Then we can set up the map. The map boundary is the world. The GIS layer is custom and set it as blue. The zoom level is 1.5. Then bind the dataset with map. Select value as field name. We can modify the series color and change the color section to series. For the new color, we can select a darker blue. Then let's select a column chart and drag it into the canvas. We can create a building dataset for the column chart by adding columns, product, and value. We can place a column chart at 3 areas we set for the map dataset. And bind the data. The category is product, the value is value. For the style, we can hide the title, legend, access labels. We can change the background grid line to transparent. For the color scheme of series, we can select Classic Highlight. Then we are done designing the first component. Right-click the component and copy it. Then find some place to paste, which the pasted one is exactly the same as the original one. Then we paste another one, and place the components on the corresponding place, China, Canada, and Australia. Modify the size. Save the template and take a preview. We can see the components can be copy and paste. This is a component copy and paste under Absolute Layout. Under Adaptive Layout, you can also copy and paste the component, but it cannot be overlapped on other component. For example, I just drag in a chart and copy that. But under the adaptive layout, it cannot be placed on the other components. That's all about component copy and paste. Then let's take a look at component reuse, which means you can import the component from outside sources into the template, then customize the component. Let's take a look of an example of component reuse. First, create a new dashboard. Then on Component Library, we can install, use, and delete the component. Click on Install. From the corresponding folder, we can select the file with suffix REU. Those are the standard components we already downloaded. Select Pi, and the component has been installed. This is a process of installation. If you want to install the component on a remote server, you need to go to the local file web apps, web routes, webinf, assets, and FineReport.reuse folder, and copy it to the corresponding path under the server. Then you can restart the server. Those components are installed under the server. Let's take a look at how to use the components. Drag into the canvas and you can see the built-in standard dataset that we can modify according to our needs. You can also change the colors or other settings. Finally, we can delete the components that already installed and click Remove Selected. Another thing I want to mention is that in our new installation package, there are a couple components for you to use. That's all for component reuse. Thank you for watching.